Episode 56 September 7, 2023. Michigan doctor's note required to stop open burning, Bristol complaint-based system. Roseb View, in Independence Township, Michigan, no permits are now required for open burning, but now a doctor's note for a complaining near neighbor is required to stop polluting open burning. Since any amount of PM 2.5 is harmful to human health, according to the World Health Organization, a doctor's note should not be required. A near neighbor should not have to develop asthma or lung cancer before a near neighbor can make a complaint about PM 2.5 entering their yards and infiltrating their homes from a wood burner's smoke. Excerpts edited by Roseb for brevity and clarity and relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates. Michigan, Clarkston, Independence Township. Revision to Open Burning Ordinance, Clarkston News. There has been a change to the Open Burn Ordinance in Independence. Recreational burning is defined as the burning of seasoned wood in a. Acceptable burn items include dry leaves, paper, brush, and wood scraps. All other items are prohibited. No leaf burning is allowed in the city of. Revision to Open Burning Ordinance September 6, 2023. There has been a change to the Open Burn Ordinance in Independence Township. At the August 8 regular meeting of the Independence Township Board of Trustees, approval was given to eliminate the requirements to obtain a burn permit for open burning on residential property. All rules stay in place in relation to days and hours allowed per the burn calendar and what can be burned, said Township Fire Marshal Greg Brandt. We are constantly looking for ways to improve inefficiencies, and one of those ways is in this permitting process. Getting this permit was inconvenient to residents and used valuable time for fire department staff. It is important to note that the fire department will still respond to calls about open burning in the same way they did before the permit requirement was dropped. Open burning is allowed from April 1 through November 30, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and December 1 through March 31, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. All fires must be completely extinguished after hours, no smoldering. Parcels of less than 3 acres must follow the burn date calendar, while parcels larger than 3 acres may burn any day. Regardless of acreage, weather, particularly wind, should be considered prior to burning to prevent fire spread and smoke. Burn dates for the rest of 2023 are September 7, 16, 17, 19, 21, October 1, 3, 5, 7, 15, 17, 19, 21, November 2, 4, 5, 7, 16, 18, 19, 21, and December 2, 3, 5, 7, 16, 17, 19, 21. Other rules to follow: all materials being burned must be from the site. No materials may be brought to the site for disposal. Open burning shall be constantly attended by a person 14 years of age or older until the fire is extinguished. A source of extinguishment shall be present and adequate during hours of burning. No burning shall be permitted within 50 feet of any structure. Provisions shall be made to prevent the fire from spreading. No burning along roadways. No flammable liquids shall be permitted to ignite the fire, i.e. gasoline, kerosene, starter fluid, etc. No burning shall be allowed on construction sites. The size of the pile to be burned shall be no larger than 6 feet in diameter. Burning violations may be subject to fines in accordance to civil infraction penalty, and privileges revoked. Acceptable burn items include dry leaves, paper, brush, and wood scraps. The Independence Fire Department has the right to extinguish any fire deemed by fire department personnel to be a hazard or nuisance. In addition, recreational burning is defined as the burning of seasoned wood in a manufactured device, specifically designed for the containment of the fire, with the intent of using the fire for cooking or social purposes. A container designed for recreational burning must be used. Materials to be burned shall be consistent with firewood, or other seasoned hardwood. All recreational fires must be tended to and extinguished completely when finished. It is also the policy of Independence Township to prohibit open burning within 400 feet of any residence whose occupants have a documented serious medical condition that is aggravated or triggered by the exposure to smoke from open burning, unless allowed under the provisions of this policy. Residents are required to submit documentation from a medical doctor to the fire department supporting the diagnosis of a medical condition that is serious and aggravated or triggered by exposure to smoke from open burning. This evidence must be provided annually and will be kept on file with the fire department. For more information, visit indtwp.com/burnpermit. United Kingdom, Bristol. Bristol residents unlikely to be fined for using log burners, BBC News. BBC burning wood emits harmful pollution known as PM 2.5, which can cause serious health problems. Cabinet members approved new powers to issue fines to complain if they see a lot of smoke coming from nearby chimneys. New policy to clamp down on log burners is a bit of a joke. Bristol 247 burning wood emits harmful pollution known as fine particulate matter, or PM 2.5, which can cause serious health problems. Independent journalism on log burners is a bit of a joke. September 6, 2023. Excerpts edited by Rozep for brevity and clarity and relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates. City Hall chiefs have admitted that people using log burners in Bristol are unlikely to be fined as the new policy is a bit of a joke. Bristol City Council has been given new powers to issue £300 fines but does not have the funding to enforce the new stricter rules. Burning wood emits harmful pollution known as fine particulate matter, or PM 2.5, which can cause serious health problems. Cabinet members approved new powers to issue fines to anyone caught using non-compliant stoves or fuels, but admitted the policy has no teeth. Read more: new fines of up to £300 for using log burners. The frank admission raises doubts that anybody will actually be caught or fined under the new rules, which are intended to reduce pollution levels and improve air quality. The Labour cabinet signed off the new policy during a meeting on Tuesday, September 5. Councillor Kai Dudd, cabinet member for climate, said, "From a public health point of view, there's no safe level of particulate matter. If you're concerned about health, then the advice is don't burn wood at home. But if you're going to do that, you have the legal right to do it, within the regulations. Make sure you've got a DEFRA-compliant stove, and compliant fuels." Councils in England were given new powers by the government about a year ago. In theory, council staff can now issue written warnings and then fines to anybody caught burning wood or using a stove that isn't on a list of government-approved fuels and appliances. But Bristol City Council has not been given any extra funding to enforce the new powers, and will instead rely on neighbors to complain if they see a lot of smoke coming from nearby chimneys. Councillors also questioned how they were supposed to act on complaints. Councillor Nicola Beach added, "The policy hasn't really got any teeth because of the lack of funding. This is a real public health issue. As we see the cost of living crisis hit more, we know people are using inappropriate means to heat and power their homes because they can't afford any alternative." Reporting by a local democracy reporter for Bristol. World can now breathe easier, Newswise. Newswise, ambient fine particulate matter, PM 2.5, is the world's leading environmental health risk factor. At only 2.5 micrometers or smaller. World can now breathe easier, but further mitigation still needed, air pollution study finds. phys.org. Ambient fine particulate matter, PM 2.5, is the world's leading environmental health risk factor. At only 2.5 micrometers or smaller. Minnesota, Alexandria. Air quality alert extended through Wednesday evening for the area local news, KXRA. KXRA. Heavy smoke is currently impacting the Red River Valley region such as outdoor burning, and use of residential wood-burning devices. Nevada, Burning Man. No longer stranded, tens of thousands clean up and head home after Burning Man floods. WODTV.com. Vehicles line up to leave the Burning Man festival in Black Rock Desert, of hallucinogens and nudity before the burning of the wooden effigy. New Mexico, Albuquerque. Environment Department and City of Albuquerque announce public meetings on advanced. City of Albuquerque. Wood burning is not currently prohibited, however, please consider limiting or avoiding wood burning where possible to help protect our air. Oregon, Portland. Camp Creek fire threatens Portland's drinking water, Axios. Axios. A photo of a mountain-free line with smoke in the air, potential for an increase in fire activity within the perimeter, Dante Wood said. Canada, Quebec, Sanitaire. What the trees are telling us, CBC. CBC. Months after the fire, the burned-out forest on the logging road near Sanitaire. It's worrisome to see so much wood burning, she said. New Zealand. Rotorua air pollution, death estimates show air quality improvements are saving lives. NZ Herald. Wood burners in Rotorua were the main source of the pollution. To move limits from PM10 to PM2.5. Wood smoke is about 90% the latter. United Kingdom, Drax. NRDC analysis shows wind and solar alleviating need to burn wood in UK power stations. Biofuels Digest. In the first 6 months of 2023, January-June, the use of genuine renewables avoided the burning of 32 million tons of wood in bioenergy power. India, Delhi. PM10, PM2.5 levels fell up to 45% in 9 years, Rai, Daily Pioneer. Daily Pioneer. Rai said that work on a winter action plan to tackle any rise in air pollution levels has begun. The levels of particulate matter, PM10 and 2.5, speaking to reporters after a meeting with officials of the Environment Department, Environment Minister Gopal Rai said that in a big relief for Delhiites, the PM10 and PM2.5 levels have declined by an average of 45% in the last 9 years. India, Delhi. Delhi's PM10 and PM2.5 levels dropped by over 40% in 9 years. Weather.com. Weather.com. The Delhi government will organize an environmental experts meet regarding the winter action plan at the Delhi Secretariat on September 12. India. Delhi's air pollution levels declined 45% since 2014, says Environment Minister. India Today. 42% reduction was registered in PM10 pollution from 2014 till August 2023 and 46% reduction in pollution in PM2.5 for the same time period. India, Delhi. Delhi's air pollution down by 45% since 2014, Minister Gopal Rai, The Indian Express. The Indian Express. The concentration of particulate matter in Delhi's air has reduced by 45% on average over the past 9 years. PM2.5, annual average. Indonesia, Jakarta. Jakarta air quality still unhealthy today, Tempo.co English. Tempo.co English. The air quality of a number of Indonesian cities that fall into the unhealthy category are Depok with a PM2.5 level of 74 micrograms per cubic. PM2.5 and human health. Climate change a major threat for respiratory patients, experts warn MedPage Today. MedPage Today. as a 2019 estimate indicated that particulate matter with aerodynamic diameter less than 2.5 m, PM 2.5, was the cause of 6.7 million deaths globally. A letter sent on August 28, 2023 to the Assistant Attorney Generals threatening to sue the EPA over wood stove certification follows. Dear Assistant Attorney General, attached is a letter that was sent to the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, NIAID, Director Dr. Jean Marazzo, former Acting NIAID Director Dr. Hugh Auchincloss and National Institutes of Health, NIH, Director Dr. Lawrence Tabak regarding regulation and the ability to shut down PM 2.5 polluting indoor residential wood burners. PM 2.5 pollution is known to cause antibiotic resistance, making infectious disease pandemics more likely and uncontrollable. The letter asks Dr. Marazzo to apply a parallel track to indoor residential wood burning pollution in 2023. This parallel track would include both EPA wood stove certification and a complaint-based system using Purple Air PM 2.5. Monitor data collected from the yards of near neighbors of indoor residential wood burners. This would be a way to address the very real impact of PM 2.5 pollution which EPA wood stove certification fails to address. We proposed that the use of Purple Air monitors would provide important data on PM 2.5 air pollution that is currently missing in the EPA wood stove certification. This proposal is modeled on the approach Dr. Anthony Fauci used in 1989 that allowed a parallel track of both the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, use of AZT for AIDS that had the unfortunate side effect of blindness along with a second drug, ganciclovir, that actually cured the blindness. An earlier letter sent to your office asked that you include a complaint-based system of regulating indoor residential wood burning using Purple Air PM 2.5 data in your suit against the EPA. Indoor residential wood burners are already ineffectively certified by the EPA. This violates the EPA's own National Ambient Air Quality Standards, NOx, emission limits of 35 micrograms per cubic meter in a 24-hour period. Using data from Purple Air PM 2.5 monitors in the yards of near neighbors who complain of PM 2.5 from hyperlocalized indoor residential wood burners would provide the missing and important evidence of this type of air pollution. Currently, if a near neighbor's complaint is made to a local health department, a complaint using federal NOx exceedance data is not considered as a basis for a complaint against neighboring indoor residential wood burning. It is also not considered as a basis for shutting down the wood burning appliance when the indoor residential wood stove has been federally EPA certified. Lawsuits for nuisance are expensive and beyond the means of the average American and are not considered precedents in courts generally. Contacting state agencies to shut down polluting wood stove use that affects the health and lives of near neighbors has been unproductive because decisions made by the EPA determine the decisions made by state agencies. Although the scope of your lawsuit seems confined to asking the EPA to continue their wood stove certification program as is, albeit at a faster pace, we ask that you consider the intent behind asking the EPA to tighten their standards for wood stove certification on a regular basis. The intent of an environmental protection agency is to protect the environment. This has perhaps been narrowly construed to be protecting air, water and ground from contamination from industries only. But United States citizens should actually benefit from this environmental protection as well. Tightening wood stove standards on a regular basis should result in protecting the environment as well as protecting United States citizens from harm from the air, water, and ground. We believe that the EPA's responsibilities are inextricably connected with public health responsibilities of other government agencies such as NIAID. Please try to accomplish something meaningful for the American people with this lawsuit by considering using a parallel track to include PM 2.5 data in future decisions about air quality standards. Although I am not your constituent, by commencing to sue a federal agency you are representing me as a citizen of the United States and in that sense as your constituent. Thank you, sent to Cody.Doig@alaska.gov. Alaska Senior Assistant Attorney General Cody Doig. Jason.James@ilag.gov. Illinois Assistant Attorney General Jason James. Goldstein@oag.state.md.us. Maryland Special Assistant Attorney General Stephen Goldstein. Turner.Smith@mass.gov. Massachusetts Assistant Attorney General Turner Smith. Peter.Serdo@ag.state.mn.us. Minnesota Special Assistant Attorney General Peter Serdo. Lisa.Morelli@law.njoag.gov. New Jersey Deputy Attorney General Lisa Morelli. Nicholas.Bottino@ag.newyork.gov. New York Assistant Attorney General Nicholas Bottino. Paul.Garahan@doj.state.or.us. Oregon Attorney in Charge Paul Garahan. Steve.Novick@doj.state.or.us. Oregon Special Assistant Attorney General Steve Novick. Nick.Persumpieri@vermont.gov. Vermont Assistant Attorney General Nick Persumpieri. Caroline.Kress@atg.wa.gov. Washington Assistant Attorney General Caroline Kress. Chris.Wrights@atg.wa.gov. Washington Assistant Attorney General Chris Wrights. Jennifer.Cleanair.gov. General Counsel, Puget Sound Clean Air Agency Jennifer A. Dold. Jean.Marazzo@nih.gov. Director of National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases Jean Marazzo. Hugh.Auchincloss@nih.gov. January to July 2023 Acting Director of National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases Hugh Auchincloss. Lawrence.Tabak@nih.gov. Director of the National Institutes of Health Lawrence Tabak. https://RASI President Word pre-ss.com/ Please attach PDF letter to NAID Director Dr. Jean Marazzo to an email from you to Jean Marazzo NIH.gov/. Episode 56 GF July 19, 2023. The Ask, request a complaint-based system from 10 attorney generals suing the EPA to give wood stove users certainty. The Ask, emails of 3 NIH officials Jean.Marazzo@nih.gov, Hugh.Auchincloss@nih.gov, Lawrence.Tabak@nih.gov. Emails of 13 assistant attorney generals, deputy attorney generals and general counsel preparing to sue the EPA to provide clarity for indoor residential wood stove manufacturers, vendors, and users. Instead, the Assistant Attorneys General should ask for a PM 2.5 pollution complaint-based system in place of the failed wood stove certification program. The states involved are Alaska, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, New Jersey, New York, Oregon, Vermont, and Washington, as well as the Puget Sound Clean Air Agency. A new icon has been added to the RAWSE President's website, which is now the nearest right icon. The icon is an ask that has already been described in episode 56 GB, description of the parties who should be at the table when deciding on safe wood stove emission limits and fence line measurements, rather than wood stove certification, and emails to contact 10 deputy or assistant attorney generals and 1 general counsel. Those PDFs are included at the icon link. Residents Against Wood Smoke Emission Particulates, see https://rosipresidents.wordpress.com and click on the nearest right icon for the Ask. 1. Email PDF letters to 3 officials of the National Institutes of Health, NIH. And NIAID https://rosipresidents.wordpress.com/ Please attach PDF letter to NIAID Director Dr. Jean Marazzo to an email from you to Jean Marazzo NIH.gov/ The Ask 2. Email PDF letters to 13 Assistant Attorneys Generals, Deputy Attorney Generals and General Counsel https:// Rossi President WordPress.com/ Please contact Attorneys General about August suit versus EPA asking for certainty for wood stove users. ROSEP asks for complaint-based system based on PM monitor data exceeding EP/ to the right of that 3. Barbie goes to the dating game. https://rossipresidents.wordpress.com/1-barbie-goes-to-the-game to the right of that 4. Cookies that may contain rocks are recalled. https://rossipresidents.wordpress.com/cookies-that-may-contain-rocks-are- recalled. To the right of that 5. The Fox Owns the Forest card game. https://rossipresidents.wordpress.com/the-fox-owns-the-forest-card-game-tba. Then to the right of that, the latest months, 6, September and 7, August and 8, July 2023. Of PDFs of articles with URLs to search on https://rossipresidents.wordpress.com/1-September-2023-PDFs-of-URLs https://rossipresidents.wordpress.com/1-August-2023-PDFs-of-URLs and https://rossipresidents.wordpress.com/1-July-2023-PDFs-of-URLs to the right of that. 9. Stickers to handout for ROSEP. 10. Flyers to handout for ROSEP. Games such as 11. Bingo for ROSEP. 12. Crosswords for ROSEP. 13. PM 2.5's Jeopardy free game. https://youtube.be/lnsg32pydnc 14. PM 2.5 free Monopoly. https://youtube.be/cuck1pseqnq and Endwood Smoke Monopoly 9e. Vending machines for PM 2.5 monitors. And 15. Icon links to 30-minute YouTube videos and Spotify podcasts as well as podcasts.google.com, Castbox, and Pocketcast. Pocketcast is only free on the phone app. Pocket Cast works on Apple phones, and, below those icons, icon links to monthly URLs of PDFs from June 2023 to May 2022.